and welcome. This is the Silent K, and today we're going to be playing some MegaMek. And hello, Mr. McGorilla. Hello, Varank. I'm glad you guys could make it. We are picking up where we left off last week, where we were in the middle of a battle to try to make it across the field. And our main concern right now is this Wolverine. Oh, hang on. Let me correct the air conditioning real quick. Okay, that should kick off in just a second. So yeah, we were trying to make it across the field. We were most of the way there, and our Wolverine was in the process of getting its butt kicked by a fairly wide range of enemy mechs and battle armor and vehicles. Oh man. Let's go ahead and edit the bots. We've got Allied Forces, House Officer, Princess, Clan Wolf, Princess, and Allied Artillery, Princess. Works for me. Huh. Okay, so we got Thumpers landing next turn. My mousepad seems to be acting up. Okay, so we've got some clan foot points have moved. Let's go ahead and get Scarponi in this mud, and I think darkness will try to hold this ridge line. Tentacle Shogun will be jumping to, I think, here? Because he can jump further than he can walk. Yeah, by a good solid 2 hexes. So let's try to get him where he can do some good. The Blackhawk has moved. The Grasshopper can walk or run 2 hexes, or he can jump 4. Let's try to get him over here as well. We're gonna hold off on the Wolverine until last. They say it'll get to 20 degrees Celsius here. I can definitely feel we're hitting autumn now. I feel like 20 degrees C is chilly, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know my Celsius to Fahrenheit conversions off the top of my head, but I think 20 C is pretty chilly. Yeah, I would say that feels like autumn. Whereas things are starting to warm up here. I've got the air conditioning set at about 73, and it was kicking on earlier. That's 73 Fahrenheit. Okay, 68 Fahrenheit. Pleasantly warm. Oh, and hello, Gribbly. Glad you could make it. Things are not really going great for our team here. Let's get the quick draw, maybe moving more this direction. We can get the spider jumping more in want the spider to be able to be off the field next turn. It does mean we're gonna have medium range on the machine guns from the Puma. Alright, Wolverine, that's all that's left. We can only go one hex in any direction. I'd like to be out of close range from the elementals. Worth just trying to eject. Needs a 6+. That would pretty much guarantee we'd get picked up by the Fenris if the Fenris didn't move. I'm not sure if it will or not. Starting to cool off here, about 26 here. It was 30+ in the house earlier. Couldn't figure out what was wrong until I walked downstairs. Too cheap to turn on the air. But it's supposed to get down to around 20 Celsius tomorrow. Okay, well, 20 Celsius is 68 Fahrenheit, apparently. Which is pretty pleasant, to be honest. A little chilly, maybe. Not bad. Probably cool in the shade, warm in the sun kind of situation. 26 degrees Fahrenheit is a bit warmer. Yeah, you're not the only American here. I also do not know my Fahrenheit to Celsius conversion tables. This Wolverine. Like to keep his back protected. Would like to not take a Gauss to the center torso. We get partial cover. Yeah, I mean, at least we can get partial cover from some of these guys. If we go down, we go down. We're gonna need a 5 to get up. We made it. That's a relief. I was worried that we weren't gonna get up. Oh man, this battle is not going the way I had hoped it would. Alright, Clan Foot Platoon breaks free of the terrain. Clan Foot Platoon fails to bog down. Wolverine successfully gets up. Alright, well, not much interesting going on in the movement phase of this turn. Nobody failed anything. Offboard attack phase. Grasshopper does not get tagged. The Thumper hits the Fenris and the CT, the LA, and the LT, down to 14 and 9 in those locations. And our allied Thumper hits our Guillotine in the left leg for 5, down to 17 there. Well, that's a bummer. Haven't woken up properly yet. Yeah, good deal. Oh, we've got the Fenris on 9s. This foot plank is at 97 battle value out of 97, so it's still 100%. We can get him on 8s with the SRMs. We'll go 4 heat over on the 8s. And hopefully we can wipe out that clan foot point this turn. The Grasshopper has the Fenris on 7s, so we'll be taking 2 larges and 4 mediums. The Wolverine. Do we have a tiger? No, not really. On the bright side, there's no issue to deal with at work ATM, and my team can work without me micromanaging them. Hey, that is always good. I wish my team could work without me micromanaging them. But that is oh man. I feel like when I'm not there, things go downhill in ways that they don't go downhill when I'm there. Okay, so we can hit the Puma with the large laser on an 8. That's going to be 8s and 10s. Everyone else is going to be 10s and 10s. I don't want to be a manager. I'd be micromanaging and say that I could do that faster. Yeah, that in my experience is one of the big issues with trying to delegate is finding someone that can do the things that you want them to do as well as you can do them. So that's gonna be an 8 and some 10s at the Puma. Oh, the Wolverine has an engine hit, so maybe just an 8. Yeah, we'll go heat neutral this turn with just the large on an 8. Let's see, the quick draw has a bunch of 10s. Has the Fenris on 8s. We're gonna have to go with the Fenris then. Carpathize, hey, how's it going? Glad you could make it. We are just trying to finish up a battle where we're trying to get across the field and things are not going super great. Throw on a 12 because it's free. We'll keep the ER large out of the action this turn. Stiletto has the Puma on a 7. And some 9s. We'll go for that. And we'll go for that. We'll go 2 heat over on a 9. The quick draw also on the Puma is going to be 5s and 7s. Oof. Maybe not 9 heat over. 7s versus 9s. Yeah, I'll go for the large on a 7 over a medium and the SRM on the 9s, because the 7 is more likely to hit. The 9s, not so much. And Scarponi has the foot platoon on 7s. We've got the Puma on 10s. We've got the Ryokan on 9s. I think this... Those guys are down to 2 internals, and they're in the open. We can hit them with one of these PVCs. They'll be down and out. And the Spider at the Puma on 7s and 9s. Sure, why not? Alright. What's the damage? How badly did our Wolverine get messed up? Oh, the Puma. Got us in the left torso. Wolverine's down and out, boys. Sorry to say. If we don't control the battlefield, we're actually going to lose the Wolverine. And the pilot, if I'm not mistaken. The Puma misses the Marauder. The Puma Prime misses the Marauder. The Puma D hits the Wolverine in the left torso, destroying it by engine destruction. Hits it in the center torso with an Ultra 5, down to 9 structure. The Marauder at the Foot Clan platoon. Hopefully everyone shot at the Wolverine. I don't know if I agree with that. I would like to spread the damage out more. I would like to try to save the Wolverine. Engine destruction is not a total, complete write-off of the mech. It still has a center torso. I would like to keep it if I could. But without controlling the battlefield... Who's piloting? Vernita. Yeah, if we don't control the battlefield, Vernita's going to be MIA. I don't know if that's acceptable. The Marauder at the Foot platoon hits with 6 SRMs, kills 3 guys, hits with 6 SRMs, kills 3 more guys. I really thought SRMs would be more effective against Foot platoon. I didn't realize it was 2 missiles per guy. I was hoping it would be 1 missile per guy. But we did take them from 25 to 19, which is not nothing. The Grasshopper hits the Fenris in the right leg and the left torso, blowing off his left arm, critting on his engine, transferring to the center torso. Medium laser to the center torso, medium laser to the right arm, down to 9. The Maltier misses the Wolverine, the Maltier misses the Dervish. SRMs are 5 damage per kill, rounded up. Much better than some other options. I mean, 12 to 3. Yeah, that's 5 damage per kill, rounded up. Alright. I was hoping we would hit more guys, but I guess I didn't understand the rules as well as I thought I did. And yeah, Varangue better control the field. The Grasshopper hits the Fenris in the right leg and the left torso, transferring into the center torso. Hits him with a medium laser, transferring into the center torso. Hits him in the right arm. Maltier misses the Wolverine. Maltier misses the Dervish. Wolverine misses the Puma. Fenris hits the Wolverine in the right leg, down to 3 structure. A streak 2. Both hit the center torso, critting on his engine and gyro, down to 5 structure. The Fenris hits the Wolverine with an ER large laser. Would have hit the head, but we re-rolled it with edge. We re-rolled it to the left arm, which transfers to the left torso rear, which transfers to the center torso rear, which destroys the Wolverine. Could have been a head hit. Went to the center torso instead. Don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but the Wolverine is definitely down and out. Small pulse and some SRMs also at the Wolverine. The Guillotine hits the Fenris and the CT with a medium laser, critting on his engine, destroying the engine. So the Fenris is out as well. The Ryokan hits the Wolverine in the center torso and the right leg. The Blackhawk hits the Wolverine in the right torso and the left leg. The Cronus hits the Adder in the right torso for 8, down to 4 armor. Pouncer hits the Wolverine in the center torso with 2 ER mediums. The quick draw hits the adder in the right arm with a large laser down to 5 structure. And mediums to the center torso and left arm, both down to 10. The Warhammer misses the clan foot platoon. Yeah, they really don't like that Wolverine. That's been the case for a couple of missions now. That's the second Wolverine we've lost in 2 missions. Spider hits the Puma in the right torso and the left arm, both glancing, and all the machine guns miss. The Dervish hits the Fenris on the center torso and the right arm. The Dervish misses the Maltier. The Puma hits the Guillotine with 15 LRMs to the center torso and right arm. No sweat. Puma number 127 goes down, hits its right leg for 4. Narrowly avoids hurting the pilot. Now, I don't know if I would say that they hate the Wolverine more than they hate archers. Because they really hate archers. I'm not a fan of that Wolverine, but I think the Princess's hatred of archers is legendary. Alright, Grasshopper's at 4 heat. Tentacle Shogun is at 4 heat. The 2 Dervishes are at 5. The Pouncer is at 8. Everyone else, well, the Puma is at 4. Everyone else is at 2 or less. Alright, well, they've got one less target this turn. We've won initiative, but we are going first within our team, which is kind of the same as losing initiative. We've got, what, indirect fire, all landing next turn. We've got 4 Thumpers inbound. Tentacle Shogun. Can we... Oh man, there's so many clan mechs left on the field. We got a Puma, got 2 Pumas. Two Blackhawks, Ryokan, Pouncer. We might have to do some search and rescue missions after this, because I don't know if we're actually gonna be able to make it. I don't know if we're gonna be able to control the battlefield after this. We might end up just running. Stiletto. And if we can make it across the field with half of our forces, we can win the battle. But that doesn't mean that we're gonna be able to take everything with us. Spider will jump to here. try to hit this Blackhawk with some medium lasers. It does mean that we won't be able to flee this turn. And that Blackhawk hasn't taken much damage yet. I don't know if that's a worthwhile move, but we'll see. Alright, what are we looking at? Alright, Clan Foot Platoon avoids bogging down. Clan Foot Platoon avoids bogging down. Puma falls on his right arm, leaving him with one structure. Nice. Wahid must roll an 8 to avoid hurting the pilot, gets an 11. That was number 127. And then he also does not fall down in the mud. Okay. Entire map is Rasputitsa. I have no idea what that means. I do know that the entire map is heavily mudded and slowing everything down. Lightning tags the Warhammer, the Thumpers hit the Blackhawk in the center torso, and that's Blackhawk number 116. Thumper hits the Clan Foot Platoon and destroys the Clan Foot Platoon. Nice. Alright, big guns first. Let's start with the Grasshopper. Has some large lasers. The Fenris on 7s. We'll do 2 larges and 3 mediums. Oh, maybe not. Okay, yeah. 2 larges and 3 mediums puts us 3 heat over. Tentacle Shogun. We'll do the medium pulses on 5s. We'll go heat neutral for that. Let's see, the guillotine. Hit the Puma on an 8. Or the Fenris on 8s. ER large is 12 heat, so that puts us at 16, 28. We'll skip the large. We'll do all the mediums. We'll do both SRMs. That puts us at 5 heat under. I hate to see that many heat sinks go to waste, but if we went with the ER large, that would put us at 7 heat over. It's too much. However, if we go with the large and 3 mediums, go 3 heat over. Yeah, I'll go 3 heat over for 3 additional damage. I like that. We'll do the Puma on 5s. 5s and 7s. We'll throw the spider in on the Blackhawk on 7s. 11s, sure. The quick draw, we've got him on 5s, we've got the Maltier on 8s. That's gonna be the easy shot, I think. Gonna be 5s and 7s. If one of the mediums, we'll throw in the SRMs just to be 4 heat over. Let's see. Scarponi has the lightning on 8s. 8s and 10s. We'll do 4 10s over 1 8. We'll go 1 heat over for that. I'm still wondering about this Rasputitsa term. Alright, the Puma misses the quick draw on a 9. The Puma misses the Marauder on a 9. Does hit in the center torso on a 9, down to 32. Pair of streaks to the right leg and left arm. The Grasshopper hits the Fenris in the left leg and the right torso, down to 11 and 6 there. The Lightning hits the Dervish on the left leg. Tentacle Shogun hits the Fenris in the center torso, the left arm, and the left torso again going internal. The Maltier at the General hits them in the left torso with an SRM. The Guillotine at the Fenris hits him in the right arm with an ER large, down to 5. The Fenris at the Marauder hits him in the left leg for 15, down to 15 there, and an ER small to the right torso, down to 20, as well as a pair of streaks to the right arm and left torso. The Ryokan hits the Marauder in the left torso for 7, down to 16. Kronos hits the Puma in the right leg for 4, down to 6, and the right leg for 3, down to 3. Oh man, Puma's low profile is really saving him. Saved him from 7 damage to the right leg right now, which would have gone internal, which is kind of a shame. The Blackhawk at the Marauder missing on 8s and 10s. The Spider at the Blackhawk hits him in the left arm and the right torso, down to 11 in both of those locations. The Pouncer at the Spider, ouch, on 7s, hits 4 for 4 with ER mediums. To the center torso, left torso, and center torso. Down to 2 structure, down to 8 structure. Crit on the engine. The quick draw at the Puma hits him in the left torso, crits on 1 or 2 double heat sinks. Medium laser to the left torso, transfers into the center torso, finishes off the other double heat sinks on the left torso, and a medium laser glancing off the left arm, down to 6. 4 SRMs to the right arm, destroying it. And the right torso, critting on his double heat sink and a targeting computer. And 2 to the center torso, down to 4 armor there. The Warhammer hits the lightning attack hovercraft in the front and the left side, costing it a movement point. The Clan Foot Platoon misses on a 10. The Firestarter misses on 11s. The Blackhawk hits the Spider in the left arm with an ER medium, down to 1 structure there, and critted on his shoulder. Would have hit him in the head, but got him in the right leg for 2 ER mediums, down to 0 armor there. And an ER medium to the left torso, blows off the left arm and destroys the Spider by engine destruction. And transfers into the center torso, leaving it with 3 structure. ER mediums to the right torso and center torso. Jesus. How many ER mediums did he fire? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He fired 9 ER mediums. That's 45 heat, if I'm not mistaken. Now, he did destroy the hell out of our Spider. Critter on his shoulder, destroyed by engine destruction, destroyed by center torso destruction. Is it 6 per arm or is it 5 per arm? Either way, He's going to be overheating something fierce, because I know he doesn't have the heat sinks to handle that many ER mediums. But he did take out our spider, which is a damn shame. The Dervish misses the Ryokan on 10s. The Sventovit misses the Marauder on 10s and 12s. The Puma hits the Guillotine with 18 LRMs to the legs and torso. The Jenner hits the Maltier in the front, immobilizing it. Good deal. The Marauder stays standing. The Fenris stays standing. The Puma does not stay standing. Falls down on his right arm, which transfers into the right torso, which crits on the engine and the targeting computer, and the Puma is out from engine destruction. Tentacle Shogun would love to kick the Fenris on a 5 on the punch hit location table. I saw no gyro, so it must have been good. We kicked him in the left torso with blows off his left arm, crits on his gyro twice, leaves his center torso with 10 structure. Falls, takes 5 to the center torso rear, leaving him with 3 armor. Needs a 10 to avoid hurting the pilot, gets a 5. Needs a 3 to stay conscious, gets a 2, and goes unconscious. With no gyro, he is bound to punch out as soon as he wakes up, which is going to be next turn, because he only needs a 3 to wake up. Let's see. We've got the Blackhawk at 6 heat. We've got the Grasshopper and the Guillotine at 3. We've got the Cronus and the Quick Draw at 4. And the Dervish is at 8 and 0. Jenner is at 6. The Pouncer is at 4. The Fenris is at 7. Everyone else is running pretty cool. Yeah, I don't think we're going to control the battlefield at the end of this. We've won initiative, and in fact, we are going last, which is nice. Numbers will all be landing next turn. So we've lost 2 mechs. We've lost the Wolverine and we've lost the Spider. I would have fled with the Spider if I had known he was going to die that turn, instead of trying to take shots at the Nova. But I did not expect him to be much of a target, and so I did what I did. The Grasshopper will continue jumping. The Guillotine will continue jumping. Fighting clans, we should expect to be losing mechs. I don't like losing mechs, even against the clans. I know we should be expecting it. That doesn't mean I have to like it. I don't like losing pilots, I don't like losing mechs, and in this case, it looks like we're doing both. Try to take out some elementals. Okay. Stiletto's gonna hang out for another turn. is going to hang out here on the edge of the map so she can flee next turn if we need to. Same thing with the quick draw. Hang out here on the edge of the map and try to do a little bit of good before we bail out. Alright, the elementals do not bog down. The savant of it does not fail to back over an elevation change. Let's see. The thumpers land on the pouncer for 5 to the right leg, down to 8 armor there. Tentacle Shogun looks like he's taking some fire, but let's start with Scarponi. We've got the Ryokan on 8s. Ryokan is kind of a threat with 5 ER lasers. The elementals are not as much of a threat, I want to say. Sventovit only has some missiles. Yeah, we're gonna go for the Ryokan. We're gonna go for 5s. 5s? 8s, sorry. We'll do 1 8. We'll do a pair of 10s. We'll do a pair of 12s. The Marauder has the elementals on 9s. Those aren't gonna hit. We've got 7s with the pulse lasers. We might be able to take out 1 or maybe 2 of them. The Grasshopper has multi on 11s, has the Puma on 8s. We'll go for the Puma. Go for just the larges. That puts us at 1 heat over. The Guillotine has the elementals on 8. Has the Puma on a 9. Go for the Puma on a 9. And we might as well throw in the mediums to go 1 heat over on at 11s. Stiletto has the Puma on 8 and 5s. Nice. Yeah, we'll do a 5 and we'll do some 7s. We'll go 3 heat over. No, we'll go 2 heat over on 7s. And the quick draw on 5s and 7s. Skip the large, even though it's really likely to hit. So that we can just do a volume of fire. We'll go 1 heat over for all the mediums in the SRM. Alright, the Puma misses the Marauder with everything on 9s and 11s. The Lightning hits the Warhammer in the center torso with a medium pulse. In the right arm and left torso and right torso with SRMs. The Jenner hits the multi-A in the right side, immobilizing it, and the rear, costing it half its movement points. The Ripper missing on 10s. The Firestarter hits the Fenris in the center torso, critting on his active probe. Hits him in the right torso down to 1 armor. Machine guns to the left leg and center torso down to 1 structure on the center torso. Maybe we can take the Fenris out this turn. I don't remember who I had shooting at the Fenris. Probably nothing. The Wasp, however, is shooting at the Fenris, hits it in the center torso with an SRM and destroys the Fenris. Huzzah! Okay. The Ryokan with 2 ER larges at the Dervish hits it in the right leg and left torso with 10 each, down to 5 in both of those locations. The Blackhawk hits the Dervish in the right leg with a Gauss rifle, critting on his hip and lower leg. I don't care about the Dervish. The Dervish misses the Fenris on 6s. The Pouncer hits the Marauder in the right arm and left torso with ER mediums, down to 14 and 13 there. The Dervish hits the Multi-A in the right side, down to 3 armor. The Warhammer misses the Ryokan on 8s and 10s and 12s. The Clan Foot Platoon misses the Dervish on a 12. Tentacle Shogun at the Elementals hits with 2 medium pulse lasers. Troopers 5 and 4. Kills number 4. Kills number 5. Nice. So that Elemental Battle Armor squad is down to 60% efficiency. The Grasshopper hits the Puma in the left leg and the center torso with large lasers, both glancing, both for 4, but down to 10 and 12 in those locations. The Blackhawk at the quick draw on 12s, missing with everything. How much heat is he at? Yeah, 36 heat 6. So he's gonna be taking targeting penalties next turn. The Guillotine hits the Puma in the right torso for 2, down to 10. The Svantovit hits the Dervish in the left arm with some LRMs, critting on his lower arm and SRM2. The Cronus hits the Puma in the center torso, down to 4. And a medium pulse to the left arm and an SRM to the right leg. The Puma hits Tentacle Shogun in the right arm with a medium pulse, down to 11, and 9 LRMs to the right and left torso, down to 15 and 9. The Quick Draw hits the Puma in the right leg and left torso with medium lasers, both glancing for 2 points, both down to 10. And 4 SRMs to the arms, the left leg and left torso. Tentacle Shogun stays standing, barely. The Dervish goes down from 20 plus damage. 6 plus Heavy Rain plus Mud plus Leg Actuator plus Hip Actuator plus 20 plus. Okay, yeah. So the Dervish goes down, takes 6 damage to the left torso and left leg. Needs a 3 to stay conscious, gets a 12. The Puma took 20 plus damage, needs an 8, gets a 6. Takes 4 to the right leg, down to 6 armor there. Needs an 8 to avoid hurting the pilot, gets a 3. Needs a 3 to stay conscious, gets a 6. The Dervish kicks the Multi-A in the right side and destroys the Multi-A. Okay, so that is 1 more unit down and out. Okay. Well. The Blackhawk is only down to 4 heat. Games 34, sinks 36, now at 4. And that Blackhawk is nasty. We need to take him down. He is not even overheating. The Cronus is at 2 heat, the Warhammer is at 2 heat, the Firestarter is at 10, the Dervish is at 8, the Jenner is at 9, the Pouncer is at 5. Everyone else is running cool. That Blackhawk. All those ER mediums. Gotta do something about that. We've won initiative, but we are basically going first. We're going after our allied force, but before everyone else. Thumper's landing next turn, as they do. It looks like their elementals are starting to back off. The fire starter's moving in. Tentacle Shogun will continue jumping this way. We can flee next turn. The Grasshopper will not be able to flee next turn. The Guillotine will be able to flee next turn. Stiletto will be backing out as well. Quick Draw will be backing out. Okay, if we can survive this turn, we can get enough units off the field at the beginning of next turn to succeed at this mission. Alright, the Dervish falls in the mud, takes 6 to the right torso and left leg, hurts the pilot, needs a 5 to stay conscious, gets an 8. Everyone else succeeds at their rolls. Lightning tags the Dervish. Thumpers land on the fire starter to the right leg for 5, down to 3. Thumper hits the Pouncer for 15 to the left torso and center torso, down to 1 on the left side. And the Thumper hits our friendly Wasp LAM on the right arm, down to 1 armor there. Tentacle Shogun has the Puma on 8s. So we'll go ahead and do all of that. We'll go 4 feet over for that, sure. The Grasshopper has the Puma on 8s as well. We'll throw in a 10. The Guillotine has the Puma on a 9. And some 11s. We'll go heat neutral, because sure, why not? Stiletto has the Puma on 7s and 9s. We'll go 4 feet over for that. Quick Draw has the Puma on 7s and 9s as well. And the Warhammer has the Ryokan on 6s. We'll do 2 6s and a bunch of 8s. And some 10s. We'll go 4 feet over for that. And we got 3 mechs escaping next turn. That's not going to be enough. Alright, the Puma hits the fire starter in the left torso for 5, down to 6. The Lightning hits the Dervish in the left torso and the left arm for 6 each, down to 7 structure and 0 armor. Two SRMs to the right arm and left torso, critting on his LRM 10. Two streaks, hitting the left torso and left arm down to 7 structure. The Firestarter misses the Puma. The Ripper misses the Dervish. The Ryokan at the Dervish hits him in the left arm with an ER large, transfers into the left torso down to 2 structure. ER medium to the right leg, destroys that and transfers into the right torso. ER medium to the left arm, transfers into the left torso, transfers into the center torso down to 15 armor. The Blackhawk hits the Dervish in the left arm, where the left arm was, and that 15 armor turns into 0 real quick. The small pulse laser hits the left arm, transfers into the center torso, SRMs to the right and center torso, critting on the LRM-10 and the gyro. The Pouncer hits the Firestarter in the right leg, crits on his upper leg. The Dervish misses the Puma. The Marauder on 8s only hits with 5 SRMs to the Puma's right torso, right leg, and right arm. Mainly, 6 more to the center torso, right arm and torso, center torso again down to 9 structure. Clan Foot Platoon misses the Dervish. The Grasshopper at the Puma on 8s hits him in the center torso for 4 down to 5 structure. The Clan Foot Platoon hits the Dervish in the center torso, left arm, right torso, left arm, center torso, left arm down to 4. The Guillotine hits the Puma in the center torso down to 1 structure. Cronus hits the Puma in the right leg down to 1 armor. What the hell? Medium pulse laser only did 1 damage. Okay, so 6 down to 3. I guess if you cut 3 in half, you get 1. Since when does a medium pulse laser only do 1 damage on a glancing blow? That's what I want to know. And 1 to the left leg as well, down to 3 armor. SRMs to the left torso and right leg, critting on his upper leg and foot. Okay, so the Puma might be going down. The Blackhawk at the quick draw on 11s, missing with everything. The quick draw at the Puma on 7s and 9s, missing with everything. The Sventovit hits the Dervish on the left torso and the left arm. The Warhammer hits the Ryokan in the left leg for 7 down to 18. Hits him in the right torso with 5 down to 7. Hits him in the left arm and left leg for 5 down to 13 in both of those locations. The Puma hits the Marauder in the right torso for 7 down to 8 armor there. And the Jenner misses the Lightning. The Firestarter falls, busts his right leg, totally destroyed. He's going to be punching out. The Ryokan also falls down, takes 6 damage to the left torso, down to 11 armor there. Hurts the pilot, needs 3 to stay conscious, gets 10. The Puma needs a 7 to stay standing, needs a 10 to stay standing, gets a 7. Falls on his right arm for 4 down to 2 armor. Needs 10 to avoid hurting the pilot, gets an 8. Needs a 5 to stay conscious, gets the 5. Oh man. Lots of clan on the ground? Yeah. Lots of everyone on the ground. The Blackhawk kicks the Dervish on the center torso for 11 down to 2 structure, critting on his gyro. Okay, so that Dervish is just about done for. That's Dervish number 112. Frankly, I don't care if he survives or not. He's at 5 heat. The Blackhawk Prime is at 4, the Tentacle Shogun is at 4, the Grasshopper is at 2, Stiletto is at 4, Quick Draw is at 3, Scarponi is at 4. So all of our guys are running pretty warm. The Firestarter is at 8, the Dervishes are at 5 and 0, the Jenner is at 10, the Pouncer is at 6. The Blackhawks are at 4 and 0. The Ryokan is at 0. The two Pumas are at 0. Yeah, they can keep this up all day. I'm keeping up a pace that I can keep up all day, but so are they, and that's not good. We have one initiative, and we are going last, so at least we've got that going for us. And if we can make it to the end of this turn, we should be able to get 4 of our units off the field, which is our objective. Thumper's landing next turn. Tentacle Shogun, we're gonna jump you over here so you can flee next turn. Grasshopper, we're gonna jump you over here so you can flee next turn. Guillotine, might as well just flee now. Stiletto, might as well flee now. Quick Draw, might as well flee now. Scarpone can build up a little bit of evasion. Okay, so we've got 3 off the field, we just need 1 more. As long as any of our people survive this turn, we should be fine. Dervish ejects, Clan Foot Platoon does not bog down. Puma falls down, takes 4 to the CTR. Needs a 9 to avoid hurting the pilot, gets a 5. Needs a 7, stay conscious, gets a 7. Puma must also, that's the same Puma. For getting up, needs a 9, gets a 9, so he does get back up. The Ryokan needs an 8, gets a 12. Alright, Thumper lands on the lightning, hits it in the left side. Thumper lands on the Firestarter, hits it in the right arm. So that was a wash. Tentacle Shogun can hit the Puma on 12s. Yeah, we'll throw all of that at him. We'll go 8 heat over because sure, why not? Grasshopper on 10s and 12s. We're gonna flee next turn anyway. Scarpone has him on 5s and 7s. Nines. Sure. We'll go 28 over. 28 over, sure, why not? No big deal. This is the last round of the match anyways. We're not gonna do any good with all that heat, but you know, it's whatever. The Puma misses the Firestarter on 7s with everything. The Lightning hits the Firestarter in the right arm and right torso rear. Firestarter misses, the Ripper misses, the Ryokan hits the Jenner in the left torso and left arm, critting on a medium laser. The Blackhawk misses the Jenner, the Pouncer hits the Firestarter in the right torso down to 4. The Elementals hit the Firestarter in the left torso and left arm. The Dervish misses, the Clan Infantry hits the Dervish for 11, including a shot to the head. The Jenner misses the Ryokan. The Blackhawk hits the Firestarter in the left arm. The Marauder misses the Puma on 12s. The extent of it hits the Dervish with 10 LRMs to the left arm. Grasshopper hits the Puma on a 10. Nice. Destroying the Puma. The Puma hits the fire starter in the left arm and left torso. Right torso and right arm. Transferring into the center torso. The Warhammer hits the Puma in the left leg and left arm. The Dervish goes down, loses its left arm, transfers into the left torso rear, hurts the pilot, stays conscious. The Puma falls down, takes 4 to the CTR, needs an 8 to avoid hurting the pilot, gets a 6, needs a 3 to stay conscious, gets an 8. Scarponi went prone. Did he shut down? Probably. Subtracting 4 heat. Warhammer, reactor shut down, needs a 9, gets a 7, gains 56 heat, sinks 32, now at 28, needs a 10 plus to avoid shutting down, gets a 3. Needs a 9 to stay standing, gets a 7, takes 7 damage to the left leg and CTR. Scarponi falls down and takes a hit, stays conscious. Successfully avoids an ammo explosion, which is good because he doesn't have any ammo. Jenner is at 6 heat, Pouncer is at 2. Finally accepted the way of cooking the pilots. Accepted the way might not be entirely accurate because that guy did just get hurt because I cooked him. Yeah, Scarponi went down and took a hit because I overheated him. That's not good. That's not something I'm trying to repeat. That is not what I am about. Alright. Tentacle Shogun can flee, and that is 4 for 4. We can call it a victory. Alright. Yeah, there's a small amount of regret as far as cooking Scarponi. The fire starter ejects, the dervish blacks out. Yeah, okay. Artillery's gonna land. Artillery doesn't do anything. Alright, everyone had a chance to cool down this turn. We're gonna save the salvage as we do. Yeah, we save, we close, oh. The spider got annihilated. The left torso got destroyed. The center torso got destroyed. The Wolverine is nothing but a head left. Yeah, there's nothing left of the Wolverine. All the locations got destroyed. Not much we can do about that. Scarponi took a hit. Can deal with that. The Fenris, the Puma, the Multi, the Clan Foot Platoon, I think those were all handled by NPCs. Victorama got the Puma, Naren Limerick got the Fenris, and Stiletto got the Dasher. Sounds about right to me. Force withdrawal, no, we didn't do that. Reach the south edge. Yeah, we got the Guillotine, we got the Marauder. I think we got the Grasshopper as well. Okay, well, that's not great, but it is a success. Well done. Cheers. I guess that went both ways. Character was cooked but survived, yeah. Let's get over here to the infirmary. Scarponi has a couple of bruises. Scarponi is gonna be out for 3 days with a bruise on his chest. Which is, I don't know if that's going to work for us, because we've got another battle in 2 days, and that's an assassinate battle. Against a ton of Zephyrs, and a Hunchback 2C, and a pair of Lynxes, and a Lancelot. Which one is this? That is Assassinate, so that is the battle that we're talking about. Designated target is a demon tank. We've got artillery on our side. And a 4-4 and a trebuchet is our house officer. Don't know if we're gonna be able to repair everything by then. We'll have Salmon doing our reloads for the time being. Grasshopper doesn't have anything to reload. The Wolverine, just waiting for its head to get salvaged. We'll have Edeborg salvage the head. Wolverine's 6R Mark 5.5 is removed from the unit roster. The Grasshopper. Have Elena work on the armor for the Grasshopper. The medium laser. We'll have, I guess, Elena work on that as well. Jump jets, we can have some regular tech work on those. Maybe Kai? Sure. And then we've got a bunch of actuators needing to be replaced. We can have... I think Sosik can knock out a... Oops, actually, if a regular needs a 3 at double time, we can do normal time. So we'll do 4, 4, 4, 4, and 4. I'll have Alexander knock out the last one. Okay. Alright, Hunchback 2C is just waiting on getting its engine out in the left torso. This guy needs a right torso. And some ammo, but we're not gonna have those. We can have Chris start on this gyro. She'll finish that tomorrow. 200 XL engine. We can have Elena. have Loney knock that out over today and no, we'll have Fred Modry knock that out over today and tomorrow. Standard cockpit, we can have Loney work on that over today and tomorrow. Left torso, inner sear, endosteel, we can have Penny do that right now. 275 XL. We'll have B. Turn that into a 2-day job. These two Clan XL engines are gonna be a little while. We might actually wait on those until we have someone with more experience. For now, I think that's about all we can be working on. We'll go to the 31st. Unmaintained unit. What do we have? We've got the Grasshopper is not being maintained? What? Since when? Sign person, tech. Bill Garunin, sure, why not? And then, yes, we'll advance the day. Alright, so we got in some swarm ammo, some LRM5, some medium lasers, and some tandem charge ammo. Guillaume's working on the XL engine from the Hunchback. Chris failed to fix the gyro. Can we have Elena that out then? Fred Modry fixed the engine, Loney fixed the cockpit, B fixed the engine, Okiko is working on the refit, the Marauder's gonna be a while, the Zeus is gonna be around a while, the Black Knight's gonna be a while, the Kraken is gonna be forever, and Elena is still working on gyro, that'll be tomorrow. Yeah, we're gonna have to go into January 1st with no repairs done yet. Alright, so it's asking us to deploy already for the mission that is tomorrow, which is 15,000 points. And then 2 days from then, we've got a base attack against 33,000 points. I don't. I don't know if we can really handle both of these missions in our current state. That is pretty intense. We got 15,000 points for tomorrow and 38,000 points for the next day. No, you guys are saying that, you know, once we run into the clans, we should start to accept running into losing mechs? But this is ridiculous. We just finished a mission. We haven't even had a chance to do our repairs yet. We've got 15,000 points plus today and 38,000 points in a couple of days. That is just freaking ridiculous. I don't think we're going to be able to do that. Yeah. What do we have that we can take on a bunch of Zephyrs and a Hunchback with? And we'll just send Mariana Lance. We'll just have Tonga and what's left of Aleutian. Can always not do the assassinate. Is that an option? I mean, I would like to bring at least 38,000 points to this base defense. Illusion Lance needs a couple of mechs. We're down to the Cronus and the Quick Draw since we did lose the Spider and whatever else mech there was. Alright, what can we put in Illusion Lance? We could do a Phoenix Hawk. Phoenix Hawk doesn't have double heat sinks. This one does. Alright, so we'll pull this one out of mothballs. Have Kai do that. We've got a 6R, no. Got a 2H, no. Cronus 3M Mark II. Yeah, I think that's our next best bet. We'll have Ethan pull that out. We'll have Ellen. And the Cronus. Zero Chew. And the Phoenix Hawk. Alright. So that is Aleutian Lance back up to full strength. Sort of. The Marauder's gonna be a little bit. Mariana. I mean, if we just skip the assassinate mission, we'll lose a victory point. That'll be a contract breach. It'll count as a victory for them, which would be the first one of the month. Let's see. In January, they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 victories and 1 defeat, so they're more than likely going to be invincible tomorrow. Do we have the rule where infantry scouts let us skip a mission on a 12? No. Simple and short answer, no. We do not have that rule on. We basically don't have any of the infantry rules on as far as the Mukai rules. As far as like rescue and recovery, we've just kind of been playing it by ear. But as of right now, actually, what? Ooh, was in Spider. And convoy attack, no. Oh. Who's in the Spider? Because I don't know if we should still have them. Or the pilot of the Wolverine. I don't know where they are. Missing in action. Okay, Vernita and Hottie. Yeah. Removed from Spider as of yesterday, and removed from Wolverine as of yesterday. Okay, so Vernita and Hottie are both missing in action, as is Frederick French. We are going to have to go after them at some point. Frederick French might have frozen to death, but Hottie and Vernita especially, she's a founder. I don't want to lose her. I would like to rescue all three of these mech warriors if we can. I don't know if we can against the clans, because you know how things go. We are just getting run ragged on this mission. Huh. 15,000 points. We're gonna need everything we've got for the other mission, though. Alright. I think what we're gonna do... 18. Yes. And yes. It hasn't affected our victory points yet. We get the unit market. We've got a Shadowhawk, a Panther, a Griffin, a Blackjack, and a Wasp. Nothing I'm interested in. We've got the contract market. Again, nothing I'm interested in. Enemy morale is now high. Okay, well that is a huge improvement. They're no longer invincible. We did pick up a Helepolis, which... Perfect. No, that's just cash. 2.4 million for a mech that I could refit, but I'm not going to. Scenario assassinated us today. We're ignoring that. We've got a bunch of it. Actually, not that much XP. Locomaikai. gained an XP, but not enough to do anything with. Bunch of privates, Bushra Mecca. Dependent is at 9. Corporal Monroe Thompson performs maintenance on the Atlas, which remains quality B, and in fact does seem to be improving to some degree. The Hunchback engine is going to be a little bit. We did get the gyro fixed. We got the Mackie ready in about 4 days and change. The Black Knight in about 6 days and change. We did pick up 22, almost 23 million C-bills from the payout for this contract. We did pay out 1.1 million C-bills in salary. All right. So we're ignoring the assassinate mission for another day. And then we're going to send everything at this base attack defender, Moonless Night mission. Losing this battle will end the contract early. Yeah. Deployment date. Okay, wow. We're gonna go ahead and ignore the assassinate mission for another day. Okay, the assassinate mission has been rescheduled for the 4th, which is fine, I guess. The base attack defender mission is still for tomorrow. We've got some repairs that we could be doing on these guys that just came back. I'll have Elena. These all 2s, basically. Dang it. We'll have Elena knock out these jobs. We'll have Salmon knocking out the reloads. Elena on the armor, Salmon on the reloads. Where'd Salmon go? Okay, the Hunchback, we just need a left torso out. We'll have Elena. That out. Okay, we should have sell this one for all of 13,000 C-bills. This one's just waiting on a 50-ton right torso. Grasshopper and Wyvern's Archer already. Let's go to active personnel, so we're not getting all the people who are dead. Ernestine Feller, who's a 1-4 pilot. who's actually been with the company for almost a year. The grasshopper? What? Page. Why do we have two grasshoppers active? I don't remember doing that. 3 large lasers, 4 mediums. 3 large lasers and 6 mediums. Okay. 1632 heat sinks, 1530. Oh, this one has the XL engine. That's why. We'll have Victor switch to the other one. We'll pull this grasshopper from the TO&E, and we'll have Tonga Lance, add Victor Rama in. Why is Tonga listed as part of Galatea? That's what I want to know. So yeah, Victor Rama is supposed to be part of Galatea Lance. Let's go ahead and try to sort this mess out. Evolution, and then all right. So we've got Tonga, we've got Aleutian. Not really happy with things right now. Especially not the situation in the briefing room. I don't know what else we can do as far as this base attack mission. We're supposed to be taking Tonga Lance with us, but we're going to be taking literally everyone because they're bringing literally everyone too. Yes, and that means base attack defenders today. Tonga Lance has been deployed. Okay, the Mackey's gonna be another couple days, the Marauder's gonna be a while, the Zeus is gonna be a while, the Black Knight's not that much longer, and the Kraken is gonna be like another 70 some odd days. We are assassinate. Where's the other mission? We are. Okay, so Tonga Lance is deployed. We will deploy Mariana. We'll deploy Galatea. Then we're going to deploy Aleutian. Yeah, we're just going to take literally everyone. Let's see, we've got a Fenris Prime, a Dragonfly A, a Fenris Prime, a Thor B, a Madcap Prime. Looks like a whole star of elementals. Lightning, Unheard, Demon, Zephyr. Lancelot, Flashman, Lancelot, Grizzly, Highlander, Mongoose, Locust 2C, Firefly, Hussar, and Mongoose. Oh, man. You guys, I'm not ready to start this mission tonight. I just am not. This is too big of a deal. We've got literally our whole force engaged. Starting in the north, starting in the east. We're starting in the center. Alright, guys. I mean, I appreciate you joining me. And I'm glad you all could make it. I don't feel like 18 minutes is too much to lose. I'm just not trying to start this mission tonight. I'm sorry, guys. It's just too much of a deal. It's too big a thing. I'm gonna have to get into this next week. I do apologize, and I do appreciate everyone joining me. Mr. McGorilla, Varank, Gribbly, Carpathice. Appreciate you joining me. I'm glad you can make it, and I hope you can make it next week. Because that is just ridiculous. That is literally our entire force being deployed. It's just too much. I'm not getting into that in the next 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever. So I do appreciate you guys joining me. Don't forget to like, comment, follow, subscribe. Yes, it is absolutely going to be a slugfest. It's going to be brutal. It's going to be awesome. I'm not going to use the dropship. I do not want to lose the dropship. That thing is worth literally as much as the entire lance combined. But thanks again for joining me. Don't forget to like, comment, follow, subscribe, join the community. Link to the Discord is in my bio, and we will see you guys next week. Until then, I hope you all have a good one.